Hey, good morning, everyone. Michelle Molitor here with Nectar Consulting, bringing you Wonder Woman Unite for another exciting month here in May. Very, very excited to be here with you all and welcome my fabulous guest, Lyndell Danzie-Black. And I will introduce her
Hello.
in just a minute. But for those of you who are new to Wonder Woman Unite, I created this group about 2 years ago to be of support for women leaders from all around the world, helping them get new ideas, new tips, new tricks to be their very best selves, to reclaim their confidence, find their voice, and step more powerfully into who they are and the good works that they're doing in the world. And so we have these calls every month on the third Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 noon, and 5:30 Eastern time. All you other lovelies out there, please sort out your own time zone. Thank you. um, and so we offer up interviews with amazing, brilliant women from all around the planet every month. And so we share out their brilliance and spread the love as much as we can. And so let's see, what else can I tell you about Wonder Woman? Oh yeah, we also have a private Facebook group. So you can look up Wonder Woman Unite ! Very important. Because, there turns out to be a couple other Wonder Woman Unite groups. Go figure. Anyway, go find us on Facebook, join the group, and engage in the conversation there. There's always some great ideas and insights and some beautiful, amazing souls that have joined the group from all over the world. So please have a look out for that. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my friend and colleague, Lyndell. She is an amazing woman. She lives in Guyana and is the managing director of Cerulean Inc., a business development, training, and consulting firm based there in Guyana. She also is one of 20 amazing global women who were selected by the Global Women Leadership Network to participate in the Women Leader for the World program. That's how I was blessed to meet her and have been working with her. And she's also an inspirational speaker and trainer and coach and so many amazing things, a brilliant mom as well, and has really worked on some wonderful projects like the World Bank Women Innovation Network for the Caribbean, the I Am a Boss Leader Empowerment Conference, and the University of Guyana's Inaugural Entrepreneurship Conference. So she is well-versed in all things leadership. And so I'm delighted to have you here, Lyndell. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Michelle. Really, really happy to be here.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So what we wanted to talk a little bit about today is, Wonder Woman. We're all about the women theme. Go figure.
Indeed.
And it's how do we be our best selves? How do we be amazing women and leaders and moms and wives and spouses and all of those things, right? So let's just dive in and talk a little bit. First, tell us just a little bit about your background, Lyndell, and the good work that you do in the world.
Okay, so Michelle, I am from the Caribbean, the island of St. Lucia. However, I have lived in Guyana for 11 years. So I am a St. Lucian mother, a Barbadian father, Vincentian stepfather, and I live in Guyana. So I'm a total Caribbean girl.
Yes, you
But
are.
But with my training and development, I've studied in London. My first degree is international tourism, and my master's degree is in maritime transport. So I am in a man's world, yes. However, I have also done training in project management, business, and my passion really is to work with businesses to help them get to levels of profitability. And that is what Cerulean is about. And that's what I have been working on in Guyana.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Wow, there's just a whole wealth of knowledge and experience in there that I
Yes.
didn't even know about, even though
Mhm.
I know you, kind of, sort of.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, Lyndell and I have the amazing pleasure of meeting through the Women Lead the World, Women uh, Women Lead the
Leaders
World,
of the
Women
world.
for the World
Yes.
program. I always
Yes.
get it wrong. And
Yes.
she's part of this amazing group of women from all over the
Oh,
world
yeah.
that are being mentored and coached through this program. And I've had the joy of mentoring Lyndell over the last almost year now, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. It's
Yeah,
almost a year.
watching.
It's amazing. The Women Leaders for the World program really brought together 20 women from all over the globe. So I was really happy to be a part of that, to realize that the successes and the struggles are shared.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about how you got involved with that program, and what have been
Right.
some of the benefits of it for you.
Good. So I had been selected, Michelle, to be a mentor under the Queen's Young Leaders program. So that was an English-based program, but the mentees of that program came from throughout the Caribbean. So I've had one mentee in Guyana, one in Dominica, and one in St. Vincent. So I've been working with them and they have been so awesome and have been doing some great work. And then the Women Leaders for the World was sent. The information on the Women Leaders for the World was sent to me by one of the organizers for the Queen's Young Leaders. And so she said that she thinks that it would have been a good thing for me to be part of this. So she sent me the link, and she said, you need to apply and you need to do that before a particular date. So, I looked at it and I was quite impressed by the work that was done prior on the How Women Lead, and I thought, I'm going to apply. So I applied, and I thought it's a global selection process. So I was so surprised when it came that I'd actually gotten through, and I was actually the first in for the Caribbean. So that was also a good thing as well.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a beautiful organization run by
it is
Julie.
really a great.
Yeah,
Yes, and
I go
yeah,
ahead.
and Julie Abrams is a real Wonder Woman.
Yes, she is. Woo! Yeah,
Yes,
I don't know
woohoo.
how she does it all,
Yes,
but
indeed, indeed.
yeah, I would encourage all of you to look up the women leaders of the world, because it's just a breathtaking group of women doing amazing work. I mean,
Yes.
just the 20 women in your cohort are
Oh my.
the things that they're doing
The
all over
things
the
that they're
planet.
doing,
It's like,
yes,
I'm like, wow,
yes,
I feel like a slacker. I'm just here, right?
Yeah, but when you think of what Norki, for example, is doing, of revolution in Africa. You think of what Charity Chenge is doing in Nigeria. So, there are so many great projects that these women work on, and it was just so great to be part of this August body.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what continues to come out of the good work that all of you ladies are doing, and what the next cohort has to offer as well, because
exactly, exactly.
it's just super exciting.
It's really not just for the year or the cohort that you're in. You become part of a network, you become part of a movement. It's
Yes.
every day there's something new happening or someone's doing something, and then what I found is that I have a global network of support, because they
Yeah.
support, they share, they send you information. I think you could do this better, or I think you could do that better, and that's what you need as a woman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we all need help, that's
indeed,
the crux, right? As
indeed.
amazing women that we are, we think we have to do it all by ourselves, or at least that was my story, right? I have to do
Yeah,
it all by myself, because if
yeah,
I don't do it, right? But actually, we
yeah,
can't do anything by ourselves,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
We all need helping hands to pull us up and to to lend a hand and to give us insights. And so having this amazing network to lean into, I'm like, hey, who has a connection here, or who knows so-and-so, right?
So
Because we're
and
happy to.
Yes, it's so simple, it's so authentic, it is, you know, it's very sincere, and that's what you need at this time, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lord knows we need more women leaders all around the planet to bring a kinder, gentler version of leadership to the world, right? So tell us a little bit more now about the 25 influential women leaders.
Right. So I met a really dynamic woman who is of Guyanese origin. So she comes from a town called Lyndell in Guyana, and she lives in America, and her name is Michelle, another Michelle Nicholas. So Michelle is right now the CEO for Girls Inc. But when she came to St. Lucia, to Guyana, she came over to support another woman who was putting on a conference, and I too was on the speaking lineup for that conference. So that's how we met, and we were talking about, you know, the women and the work of women, and how women in various stratas of society are just not recognized. And Michelle had just been nominated the under 40 for New York City.
Wow.
So she was like, yes, she is, you know, and Michelle runs a boutique consulting company called the Nico Consulting Inc. So she was telling me about her company, and she's telling me what she wants to be achieving. And I'm telling her as well. And then we decided that, look, we really need to perhaps put on something where women are being recognized. And we came up with the 25 Influential Women Leaders Award. And we went through, we decided, we had many meetings as to how it's going to play out, et cetera, et cetera. One of the things that we knew for sure is that we wanted those words to be the overarching values when it comes to the 25 influential women, and that would be accountability and transparency. So we wanted to make sure it was an inclusive process, including the general public in the process, and a panel of judges who are industry leaders and who will decide who those 25 are. So that was the process. And so we had for the very first time, we were thinking, you know, do you think anyone will really nominate anybody, and so on and so on. So we ended up with 44 nominations.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Public. Yes, so we were very, very impressed by that and very encouraged. And so we had some leaders, women leaders, as well as men, who were part of our panel, and they decided on the 25. So we have a Facebook page for the 25 influential women leaders. It's called 25 Influential Women Leaders. So, you know, you will see there that the event is on the 16th of May, but we have been showcasing the 25 women on the page, two women per day on the page, telling you about the women. And you can see all the comments, and we're getting super excited, and the public is getting excited. Our phones are ringing off with folks asking us for tickets, and they want to know how to get it, etc. And one of the things that we did is, because it's happening in Guyana, we actually tried to reach out to Guyanese in the diaspora. So people who are out there, saying to them, there are women here who can't afford, you know, to attend the event. So would you be willing to purchase a ticket for one of these women? And it was fantastic, the way that people really responded and said, you know, we agreed. And then I went further and just asked my colleagues, and folks are just purchasing the tickets and sending us, okay, I would like to pay for two ladies to come.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
It is beautiful, you know. So that's what's happening. Then we have corporate Guyana, who has really come on board. Folks are saying, we may not be able to sponsor this year, but we would like to purchase a corporate table for 10 of our women. So the corporate Guyana is actually responding by celebrating their women. And I thought that was just beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
glorious. I'm so excited
Yes.
to hear that.
And also, Michelle, we have also we are so heartened by this one. We have a woman who is 103 years old. And
Wow.
she has been an entrepreneur for most of her life.
Wow.
So we're going to honor her at that event. And she has agreed. Her son, Dr. McAllister, is calling us and sending us emails. And, we are just so touched by the whole thing.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait
Yes.
to see the
The
footage of
results
all
out.
of
I
this.
know.
Fantastic.
We are super excited. The public is excited, and we as the organizers, we are even more so. So yeah.
Yes. Well, fabulous. I'm glad we got our interview in just under the wire before.
Just in time, indeed. That would be yes.
Yes.
So it's going
You'll have to
very,
give us
very
a
well.
follow up on the
Yes.
Wonder Woman Unite Facebook page on how it all turns out. And
Yeah, I will definitely. Yes.
Absolutely. That's
So
so
so both
exciting.
both Michelle and I are really using our network in New York City, where she works and lives, and I also work the network here in the Caribbean. So we are converging, and that is one of the beautiful things about when women come together or when women collaborate. Great things happen.
Yes, absolutely. And I really want to underscore that point, Lyndell,
Yeah.
because when we do come together
Mm-hmm.
and trust that we have each other's back, right? Amazing things come out of it. It's when we get caught in small thinking of not enoughness, of there's only
Exactly.
this much pie to share,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
when things get
That's when
ugly.
it
But
gets ugly. When we feel that it's never enough for us to share, but there is always enough to share.
there
There is
is.
always, or as well, when we turn around and realize we are that somehow there is another woman, and our clothes come out and we don't want to be sharing. These things really muddy up the processes. But if we realize that as women, we each have the individual skills that collectively can really make or add value, then we can move.
Yes.
Yes.
Together we're stronger. We really, really are. I always tell my clients, you think
Mm-hmm.
the pie is this big, right?
Yes.
Like, how am I going
Yes.
to slice the pie differently to have what I want?
Differently.
No, expand the
Exactly.
pie. The pie can be
Exactly.
as big as you want. Make a bigger
Yes.
pie.
Make a bigger pie. Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think um, if women are not aware of what potential there is by increasing the size of the pie, the onus is on people like you and I who have seen the benefits of it to share, sensitize, educate, so that they will. Because I am seeing that within my network. When I just started my business here, I remembered that it was very difficult to get women, anyone basically, to just work together. And now I sit back and I watch people share. I watch people collaborate. I also watch sometimes it doesn't work so well, and I'm like, ooh, why did I tell them to do that? But the point is, there is still learning. Even when you collaborate and it does not work, you never go away, without at least learning something from it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. We can always learn from each other,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Lately, the theme that kind of keeps coming up in my coaching sessions is, the fear of failure. And what I always tell folks is that failure's not bad. Failure's just learning, right?
Yeah.
And so if you love to learn, then yay for failure, right? Because then you learn, okay, no, not that.
That's it.
Like,
Yes.
no, not
And
that. Okay, let me
yes,
tweak and
not
adjust and
that.
move over here ever so
It's
slightly.
especially if failure has a dollar sign associated with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
like, oh, okay, that didn't work out
okay.
so well. Okay, do something different, right?
Yes,
It
yes,
holds true in dating as well, ladies. Oh
yeah.
no, not that. Okay, next.
No, 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 not that profile.
Not
Another
that.
one.
Oh no, not that. And as my dear friend May once said to me, she's like, "Honey, men are like buses. Another one will be along in 15 minutes."
Oh my God.
Like,
Well,
thanks,
you
May.
need to tell her. You need to tell her that these days, another good bus takes a little while longer.
It's all in your perspective, Lyndell, right? It's all in your perspective. So, yeah,
Indeed.
yeah. I'll share that with her though. She's hilarious. She's a coach too. Go figure. Yes, a relationship coach at that.
Oh my Lord.
Excuse me. So tell me about this amazing women empowerment project that you've started as well. You have
Oh
so many irons
yes.
in the fire. It's so exciting.
Oh my gosh. This year, I'll tell you what happened, and even why the focus is so much on women. In providing business coaching and mentorship through Cerulean, one of the things that I have found out is that a lot of my clients are women. So we did not start out initially doing that. What we started out doing is providing business consulting services for women, for clients. And then it happened that there were so many women wanting to do so many things. So we decided that we were going to partner with Unicoma Group. Unicoma Group is a company better known in the Caribbean as Courts. And Courts is like a furniture company, like a Pier 1 for the Caribbean. And they were interested in giving back to their communities. So we had a conversation on what is it, and on on women, basic women empowerment. And so we decided to develop the women empowerment project. And that project looked at 20 women being offered training and development, recruitment, not recruitment, what's the word?
Internship?
Internship. I said recruitment, internship, as well as after the event, there we will also be doing some coaching with those women. Right. So far the project is almost halfway. The women seem to be very, very interested in the project. They seem to be also growing among themselves, speaking of collaboration, talking to each other about various things that they can do together and work together. So that is what has been happening with the Women Empowerment Project. And
Very exciting.
working with us also are um, quite a few. Uh, sorry, I think I just got distracted for a minute. Quite a few trainers.
Great. So,
Yes.
what do you want the outcome of that program to be for those women? How do you want them to be able to move forward more powerfully?
Good. So with the mentorship and evaluation of the project, what should come out is through that we should actually see women improvement in their business. The women that we targeted were women who, for some reason, had plateaued within their businesses, so that you're thinking, okay, I have reached here in my business. Where next do I go? And that has happened to most of us, Michelle.
Sure, absolutely. We all hit that,
Exactly.
like, okay, I'm a little stuck. How do I take it to the next level? And if you don't have,
How do I take it to the next level?
right, having
Exactly.
having a support system around you to help you do that or see that, like sometimes it's
Hmm.
just stuck on the end of your nose and you can't even see it, right?
You can't see it,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
So we are expecting that out of that, the women will now see the way out of, that, for want of a better word, them being stuck.
Yeah.
Look, do I work on improving my business, or do I sit here? So most of them are now thinking it's time for them to rejuvenate, get on board with other women like themselves and really work on their businesses. So I've seen that happen and that come out of the process.
Nice. So helping them really get unstuck and taking their business to a whole new level, as well as giving them fresh perspectives
Exactly.
into their own talents and abilities, it sounds like, too.
Their own talents, abilities, and new avenues for growth. So, they're looking, I think what I'm seeing coming out of it is women are saying, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I could have done that, or I didn't realize that I had that talent.
Yeah.
So
that is such a gift.
It is really. So our trainers are very well qualified. They also are very passionate about working with women, working with entrepreneurs. So, we are just having a great time. And what we've done is that normally these activities would happen in the daytime. But for the entrepreneurs, we have put it in the evening time, where we're off. So they could come here from 5:30 to 7:30 and do and partake in this. In addition, we offer a crash service where we have folks taking care of their kids, because the children after work is always a bit of a challenge for women.
Sure.
And so yes, and so we've offered them that service, and that has been working very well. Because now they're not worried as to where the kids are, or I need to take care of my daughter or son. Yes.
Yeah. No, I love that because having that support network and those ideas and people just there to help lift you up it really, really is a gift. And
yes, it really is.
I remember many years ago when I was feeling stuck in my business, and I've run a one-woman show for a long time now, and I was doing collaborating with a woman out of out of Texas, whose name is Georgia, Georgia Patrick, and she was able to just reflect back to me the things that she saw in me that I couldn't see myself, helping me realize, oh, right, I do have all these other skills, talents, and abilities that I kind of had forgotten about, even though I knew I had them. They were way in the background, right?
Yes.
It was like, oh, and it was so powerful.
Exactly.
It reinvigorated my work and helped pull me out of the slump that I was in. And so I love that you have created this program to help do that for women, because it we all need that little help boost.
And as well, Michelle, I think you were even part of the session or there when we were asking in the Women Leaders for the World, when we were asked, what is your vision for the world? Or what do you care about? And I have brought some of that also to the women. And it's amazing what comes out of simple questions like that. Yeah. When you ask women, what do you care about? Or what vision do you have for the world? So they tell you everything about what vision their business have, etc. And I say, no, I am talking about you. What is your vision? So that was one of the takeaways that I had from the Women Leaders for the World and coaches yourself. And so we are, I think that it really helped me, because it's not it is not, for me, it is from Women Leaders for the World is direct impact, but the induced impact is that I can now pass that on to other women through the program. So, I am, kudos to the Women Leaders for the World and what they're doing, and coaches like yourself, because that is what I am seeing. I'm actually seeing that I can now pass on that
Yes.
information, because knowledge is nothing if it's not shared.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of all recycled, right?
Indeed.
I've
Indeed.
learned so much from so many different teachers along my path. I'm
Yes.
so grateful to them all, right? And
Oh, me
I
too. Yes.
take it and pass it on to the next person as best I can.
Yeah.
That raises a great question that I always ask people as well, which is, what's not only what is your vision, but what's most important to you? What are those underlying core values that pull you forward, that move you through your world, your day, each day, those deciding those decision points, right? Because we come up against them every single day. And underneath that is your compelling why. Why do you get out of bed to do the work that you do every day? So
what causes that?
Yeah. So what's your compelling why, Lyndell? What's that thing that drives you every day to do all these amazing things you're doing?
My compelling line, I would say, is a need to help people. That's what compels. That's what gets me out of bed every day. The need to help people get to the best version of themselves, the best version of what they're doing.
Yes.
And I used to think it was helping people to get to levels of profitability, but over time I've realized it's not only that. It's helping them totally. So that also includes helping my mentees, my clients. But it also means helping people to observe their talents, to know what's the best version of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's interesting that you put it that way, because profitability is great. I'm a big fan, right?
Yeah, me too.
We all should be. And it's an outcome, right? It's not the underlying core driver. When folks tell me, being financially secure, I get that that's an important thing for them. But money is always the outcome of the good works that you're doing in the world. And when you can focus on the good works, like how can I be of greater service? How can I help people be their very best selves?
Their very best selves, indeed.
Right? Then the money always comes from that place.
The money comes. That is it.
From that.
Well, Michelle, I always say to my clients, to my friends, I say, I believe in people. The money comes. Yes. And if you have that belief that people can attain or people can achieve the better version of themselves, then the money follows. And I've seen it. It's not something that I'm just saying off the top of my head. I've seen it manifested. Absolutely. I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen me literally investing in one person, for example, and they have given me like 4 or 5 clients who are paying clients. Yeah. So I fully, not something that I am just saying. It is really manifested.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. For years, for myself as a coach, I was like, where's the next client? Where's the next client? Where's the next client? And when I realized it, like, oh, it's not about the money. It's really about being of service. When I made that shift, everything shifted with it.
Totally.
Yeah. And so, I wanted to share with you and for everyone who's listening, one of the things that helps you step into that place of what's your good work in the world? What is it that passion, that purpose that drives you, right? That sweet spot, as I like to call it, right?
Yes.
Is those core values, those things that
really is
water and air to you that you really can't live without.
Exactly. In that regard, when I remember that with Women Leaders for the World, you remember we have to bring a project to the
Mhm.
Women Leaders for the World, and that was one of the things that I asked myself: what do I really care about,
Yeah.
and what are those things that I am passionate about? What are things that are personal to me that I would like to see changed? And one of the things that came very clearly is the issue of women after childbirth, because it was a very personal issue to me,
Mhm.
where after childbirth I lost quite a bit of my memory, because and so after a while I started really becoming concerned about that, because in the industry that I am in as a business consultant, you need your memory. And if
Yeah.
you notice,
Well,
sometimes
we all
it's
need our
just
memories.
yeah, that's the point. So I am thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it was not an easy time. So in speaking to other women, I realized that women were saying after childbirth, they lost their ability to work, they lost their hair, they lost their teeth. There were so many things that women were facing after childbirth that that made me think that I need to probably do something about that. And that was the project that I brought in setting up the Caribbean Lifestyle Foundation, because a Women Lifestyle Foundation, because uh, that foundation will be working on helping women after childbirth, postnatal. So,
Wow.
yeah, and sometimes just by asking the simple or appearingly simple questions that you just spoke about brings out that amount in you. What do you care about? What is compelling you? What makes you, what is your vision for the world? These questions really then point to what you want to be doing as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of women, a lot of people, and I've found in the 18 years that I've been coaching folks, is that we don't allow ourselves to dream fully. We're afraid to dream fully
Yeah.
because we don't want to be disappointed. And I get
Yes.
that. But if you hold your thinking small, you hold your reality small,
It's
right?
going to
Because
be small.
our thinking creates our reality. So the
That is
bigger
it.
you can expand your vision and your
Yes.
dreams and your goals, the bigger your world will become.
Yeah.
You know,
That
um,
is it. Because when we are planning, I very, very rarely plan any event or activities as a local event. And I guess that's because I have now been um, exposed to the global way of doing things,
yeah.
or the regional way of doing things. So, my activities are normally set up in a way that it can go throughout the Caribbean, for example, or globally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I've realized no matter who I've worked with all over the globe, that values really are at the core of us,
Totally.
right?
Totally. Yes.
And they look different for everyone because of
Yes.
our life experiences and our
Hmm.
culture and our family upbringing. All of that makes a
Hmm.
huge difference. Um,
Hmm.
and so I wanted to um, offer this up for you and for everyone who's listening. I have a free values assessment, a worksheet that
Wow.
is on my website at nectarconsulting.com under the brain candy section. I love that. And
Brain
there's an
candy.
assessment section. Just go in there and you can download it. There's a bunch of other cool stuff too, all for free.
Yes.
But feel free to utilize that, share that with the folks that you're working with. But it's a great way for you to get a snapshot, a stake in the
Yes.
ground right now of, well, what are those core values? And more importantly, how well are you living into them?
Into them.
It's about
Totally.
identifying what are those like top 5 or 10 values,
Mm-hmm.
really taking a hard look inside and like, okay, how well am I using that value each day or living into that value each day? Because if you're not, then that's a place to look because that's where the dis-ease can enter in, right? And that
Yes.
dis-ease can lead to disease, right? So for example,
Wow.
I have a value around collaboration. And
Yes.
in my former career as a creative director, I had a bit of an unruly group that I was managing, and I was really, really stressed out all of the time. And in hindsight, I can understand now why I was so stressed out, because that value of collaboration was kind of getting stepped on because of some of the really strong personalities that I was dealing with.
Yes.
And I didn't know how to manage that at the time, right? I didn't have the chutzpah that I do now. So
Right.
I picked up a few things along the way. So
Yes.
yeah, so you get to
Yes.
notice what those are for yourself. So what would you say, other than being of service, would be one of your really important core values?
I believe that a core, as a matter of fact, the value that I entered the market here on is collaboration. I actually wrote on it on my blog, as well as in the local newspapers, on the value of collaboration. So that for me, I know, is a really a core value of mine, as
Yeah.
well as honesty and transparency.
Mm,
These are all
absolutely.
very, very clear core values to me, and has always been.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. So from those places of honesty and transparency and collaboration and being of service, um, I want to ask what's next, but it sounds like you have a really full, exciting plate going on right now.
I do. I do. What's next? What's next for us is we will be looking at. Well, we continue to do training and development. We do training in leadership. We do training in service quality, corporate training, that is. So we go into companies and organizations and provide that training. But what's next is a project, another philanthropic project that we have been working on with another big organization. We've started the project in Mainstay, in an area, in a village that is of indigenous people. So it is
Mm.
Amerindian community.
Wow.
We've set up, we've done a community empowerment project there, where we worked with women, where we did technological transfer between agro processors. So the one lady who's done very well as it relates to coconut production. So we've brought her into the village to help women who were displaced because a pineapple factory closed down. So we did that kind of collaboration with them. We also did a youth clinic, a football clinic for kids, and also set up a computer lab. So that project was sponsored by ExxonMobil,
Oh,
and
wow.
yes, and they we are looking at expanding the project throughout. So that's what's on the horizon for us. From here, we also will be working with some women miners, and that's an
Wow.
exciting project for me, because the women miners are not only just women in the mining industry of diamond and gold. They also work on issues like human trafficking, and
Wow.
and they tell stories about creating human shields to protect young girls from being exploited in the Amazon forest, where they do a lot of their mining operations. And they also work with young people who have been who have been, for one reason or another, displaced because of family situations. They help with abuse in families. They do really great work, and they are going. We are going to be doing some training. We've already started some project management training with one group, and we are going to extend it to two other groups. One of the groups actually operates on the border between Guyana and Brazil. So the border town is called Letem, and they are the miners from there, the women miners. We will be training them soon.
Wow. Whoop. You muted yourself. There we go.
Yes, that's a great work for us.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you sleep? Oh
I
my
do.
goodness.
I do. I have a great team.
Yes.
And we stand. The issue is that we can all sit here and say we're doing this without talking about the team. I have a very good assistant, DV, and we have another volunteer, Kamisha, who's helping us along the way, as well as some really great trainers that come on board with us. So we have people like Colleen Patterson, we have Deslyn Griffith. These are all ladies who are trained at the master's degree level, who's been training for years, and they really do some great work with us.
Yep.
Who is a very, very good research analyst who helps us with the marketing. We have one of the ladies who is the head of Girls in Tech in Guyana. She's actually Girls in Tech's representative in Guyana. Her name is Evie Gucharan, and Evie comes on board to help us with social media and marketing. So we don't do it alone. We have been able to pull a whole village along with us, and we love
Oh,
that.
that's amazing. That's
Yes,
so
yes.
amazing. Well, it's so exciting to hear about all the wonderful things and the work in the that you're doing in the world, and
Thank you.
other brilliant women that are you're
Oh, yes, we
collaborating.
have some brilliant, brilliant women who work with us.
Yeah. So let everybody know what are some of the ways they can find out more about the work that you're doing and the different
Okay,
projects
so
that you're
yes, please visit our website. Our website is Cerulean, Cerulean -management.com, and we are also on Facebook as at Cerulean, Cerulean Inc. We are on Twitter, we on Instagram, we all over the place. So just uh, type in or click on Cerulean Inc. And our telephone number is 592-674-0469. You can contact us at any time.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well,
Yes.
we'll be sure to have all of your details in the show notes.
Thank you.
Posted up to my
Yeah,
website.
thank you. And we also have the 25 Influential Women Leaders Facebook page. So please follow us. Tell us what you think about the work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I will
Yes.
definitely go out there myself and give it a big shout out, which is coming up
Thank you.
here very, very soon. And I can't wait to
Yes.
hear about how that all unfolds and to see all the photos from it, because I'm sure there will be lots to share.
Exactly.
Especially with our 103-year-old Wonder Woman. Oh my
I
gosh.
know, she's a Wonder Woman. She's
Yeah,
a Wonder Woman. So I'm
absolutely.
really, really happy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Lyndell, for being
Thank
here with
you.
me today. It's really been such a joy, as always, to talk with you. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
to talk with her every month. Yay.
I look forward to it. We have some really good times, don't we?
Yes, yes, we do. Yes, we do indeed. So, just for everyone to know as well that our next Wonder Woman Unite call will be coming up on June 21st. We'll air it then, and we'll have the divine Miss Toby Scruggs Hussein on the call with us, talking about her work in the world. I'm very excited about that too. She's studied under Brene Brown.
Wow.
And her work there to lead, and she's sharing that with me now. So I'm getting trained in Brene's work as well through Tovi, and so we're going to be talking about that next month. So stay tuned.
I'm looking forward to that. Woo-hoo.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you again. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in, and always a pleasure to share the brilliant works of the amazing women that I get to know all over the world. So y'all have a great day, a beautiful weekend, and we will see you next month. All right. Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, Lyndell.